Hey, good morning, YouTube. Here we are out in Gresham, Oregon this morning. Beautiful, wet, rainy day. You can see the water pouring down. This is life in Oregon. Nice and wet. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on inside. So, what we're going to be doing here, obviously, because I have our CRB out and stuff, we're going to be doing a CRB job. And you guys, I mentioned before, let's see, we've got this family room area, we got a hallway, we got one bedroom, and we have two bedrooms, and there is a dog. Obviously it's not going to disturb us while we're working, but there is a dog in this location. So there is matted hair that's in the carpeting, hence the need for the CRB. However, this is a place that gets cleaned biannually, so you know, we'll clean it now at the beginning of the year, and we'll probably clean it again around summer, and then maybe one more time in the winter, who knows, about every 4 to 6 months. But the carpets are very, very clean and kept up. Because I do maintenance on all the time, we can get away with our encapsulation with a CRB because there is no soil accumulation in the carpeting that usually builds up over years. Because when you're only cleaning your carpets, let's say twice or 3 times a year, like most people, there's all kinds of soil that's built up over the years that isn't being removed. However, we are removing soil continually throughout the year. So in terms of carpet cleaning, you just need a maintenance cleaning at that point, because you're not pulling out tons of buildup and crud out of the carpets. You're just pulling out the little that has accumulated since the last time that it was cleaned. So when you start out with a good baseline, you would use hot water extraction, and that way you know what the condition of the carpeting is. And then when the customer calls you back, you can say, hey, you can look at your calendar, see how long it's been cleaned. You can take a look at the neighborhood, see how much dirt is could possibly be coming into the house. You got a pretty good idea of what that soil accumulation is. Do they have pets? Do they wear their shoes indoors? Do they work fast food? All those things contribute to what kind of soils you're going to find inside the house. So with that being said, I know that I had done our baseline probably about 6 months ago with the steam cleaning, and now we can get away with some encapsulation cleaning with our CRB machine, and it's going to adequately pull up all the matted animal hair, as well as maybe a little bit of sand and dirt that may have floated in from the outside. However, these carpets don't really exhibit any debris or anything, so we're going to start out with a good pre-vacuum, get up as much hair and debris out of the carpet as possible, and then we will pre-spray using a peroxide base, because little kid, 3-year-old or so, 3 or 4, probably some spills and some organic stuff in the carpeting from food and whatnot. So the peroxide is a good thing to put down to neutralize and obliterate organic matter that might be lingering in the carpet. It also works as a great deodorizer and sanitizer. And then we're also going to be dealing with the matted hair with the brushes on that CRB, which I will show a little bit more for you guys who are interested in what is a CRB and how can I use it. It's probably one of the most versatile tools in your toolbox that you could possibly have. So when you're saying, well, should I get the CRB or should I get some sort of a rotary tool or something on the carpets, I would look at it like, what do you clean most? If you're doing a lot of residential, are you doing a lot of restoration sort of cleaning, or are you just doing regular cleaning? If you're, I would say that this tool is probably one of the most versatile because it's phenomenal on agitation. So whether you are doing restoration cleaning or just maintenance cleaning, the CRB is going to help you out big time just with the agitation factor. You know, putting down your pre-spray and then using the machine to thoroughly agitate that solution into the carpeting. It's excellent in commercial application. However, if you've got large rooms, I'd probably lean more towards bonnet cleaning with your 175 floor scrubber, just because that machine is able to allow you to do much more square footage in a less amount of time. This will do the same, but it's going to take you twice as long, and doesn't quite have the same weight associated with it like a 175. And with a 175, it's easy to get some weights and tie some weights onto it if you want some extra weight for even more agitation. But there you have it. We're going to go ahead and I will, you know, point out little things as we go along, but this is a very basic, you know, maintenance clean, and it's going to keep this place looking absolutely beautiful for as long, prolong. You know, we're extending the usefulness of the carpeting simply by maintaining it and keeping it clean. So I don't know why more people don't look at having their carpets clean in that light, but these carpets here are going to last eons longer than carpetings in other locations where, you know, they don't take care of them. Even if they paid twice as much for their carpeting, they're still going to wear out a lot faster than those who actually maintain their carpeting. Alright, so I just finished, completed the pre-vacuuming here. Let me ask you guys a question. You see this bag? It is filled all the way to here with debris. Now, question for you. When I came in, it really didn't look that like there was that much soil accumulation in here. Now, should I have just left all that? Should I just have left all that in the carpeting and just gone ahead and encapsulated it and called it good and said, oh wow, CRB, yay me, I got off easy this time? But I just left all that in the carpeting. That right there, that's what destroys carpeting. That's what causes all your wear patterns and things to set in. You notice how there aren't any wear patterns here? That's because we are pulling all that crud out of the carpeting before it can be walked on over and over again and leave wear patterns. And that's like how carpets wear out. I mean, that's why, you know, even the polypropylene carpets that are basically made out of recycled bottles, once they lose their resiliency, they ain't coming back up because they're pretty much dead. But you can prolong their life just by getting the oils and especially the dirt and sand and grit and all that stuff out of the carpeting with a good pre-vacuum. It just doubles their lifespan or triples or more. So do what you think is best. I'll leave it up to the professional to decide what that is. Hey, I got a quick tip on the CRB, and some of you guys may have already figured this out. It's for grooming animal hair. When it's down, you'll notice that the brushes literally just slide across the room. So what I have found that immensely helps for animal hair is that instead of going in back and forth motions like most people do, if you go at it and give it some wrist action so it's not straight, what you're then doing is you're going across the carpeting in a whole bunch of different angles, and you're literally just scooping and combing that hair out of the carpet. So by doing that, I have noticed an immense more animal hair when I go ahead and dump these trays out. Again, that's my style, that's what I do, and it seems to be working. If you guys have any other tips, Love to hear about them, you guys. Just put them in the comment space below. I'll take a look at them. We all learn from each other. Okay, you guys, a quick recap on what we were able to accomplish today. I'm going to brush this out with a carpet rake, so get my lines out of there. But as you can see, the carpets are pristine, beautiful. Let me come in here because this is a different carpeting going on. You can see these are absolutely beautiful. Don't really want to walk back over it. Had to move the futon mattress. It's actually a lot heavier than it looks. Got that all cleaned out back there. Come down the hallway and into the back bedroom here, and this cleaned up absolutely beautiful as well. Now, one thing to note, okay, in this small area, you already saw I had like a full CRB bag and the vacuum cleaner there, the pre-vacuum. But also, look at all the hairs that's in there. I'm not going to dump it out. I mean, dump it all down there so you can kind of see it. Maybe. There's quite a bit. And this one either has more. Oh yeah, this one definitely quite a bit more. You can see that all bunched up down there. So these were completely empty when I started. So it did its job in grooming the carpets and pulling up all that matted animal hair just perfect. But that I always make the point of how much debris is actually in the carpeting, because its looks are extremely deceiving. And you know, for me, the realization occurred while I was cleaning vacation rentals down at the coast, and how much sand buildup was actually in the carpets, where you see these really dark spots and you think, oh man, these things are nasty. And then you start doing the pre-vacuum and you're seeing these, well, one, you're noticing your vacuum filling up with sand, and the other, you're noticing all the dark spots disappearing. So you guys, I can't emphasize enough the importance of your pre-vacuum. I know just by watching most of your videos, you do phenomenal work, and you're probably doing pre-vacuums. I don't know, but I talk to a lot of cleaners that get in and out of a house in 45 minutes, and it's like, you can't even vacuum a home in 45 minutes. They're literally just getting the carpet wet and running to their next job, and you know, that's not carpet cleaning. So if you have any comments or questions, put them in the space below. You know, I'm trying to learn just like everybody else, even though it's been a 10-year learning process. I'm still learning, you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. There we go. That's what they're supposed to look like when they're all groomed out. So they're clean, pristine, groomed, look absolutely beautiful, no footprints, all the way down the hallway. We got it all cleaned up. Looks awesome. Now, you guys, as far as pricing goes with the CRB, I know there's some bit of discussion of whether you should pay more for CRB or if it should be part of the carpet cleaning. Really, your typical hot water extraction is going pre-vacuum, pre-spray, pre-treat, blah blah blah, agitate, usually with a carpet rake or something, then you go back and steam clean. The way I look at it, I call it a hybrid approach, where you use that steam, the CRB, not only for agitation, but you're doing double work because you are grooming the carpets and you're pulling up all that matted hair. So if you saw those trays of how much hair that came out, that's hair that otherwise would not have come out with steam cleaning. So yes, I do believe I charge an extra $10 a room for that, simply because it is more work, and that piece of equipment's not cheap. I think I paid $3 grand for mine or something like it. So of course I'm going to be charging to use it. You know, you don't buy a piece of equipment that costs $3 grand and do free work for people. It enhances your work. It's an upgrade to the service that you're providing. So What I've done is I got 3 basic levels of clean. In here today I did a maintenance clean, which is an encapsulation pre-vacuum maintenance. I'm sorry, let me start over. The maintenance cleaning entails or includes the pre-vacuum, an encapsulation pre-spray, and the CRB, and then I go ahead and I rake it out just to make it look absolutely pristine and beautiful. When the customer walks in, it'll be, oh my gosh, I have new carpets. So that is a maintenance cleaning. Now you step it up a little bit and you do a standard steam cleaning. Well, that's going to include your pre-vacuum. It's going to include your pre-spray, like normal. It's going to include the rake for agitation, and then I'm going to steam it with the truck. That is your typical run-of-the-mill steam cleaning job. You want to pop it up a notch and get my pet premium package. Well, I'm going to do all the above. Is the steam cleaning. I'm going to go in, I'm going to pre-vacuum, I'm going to pre-treat, I'm going to rub out any of those pre-treat stains that need to be pre-treated, take care of all that stuff. I'm then going to break out the CRB. I'm going to super agitate the carpeting, but at the same time I'm going through and thoroughly removing animal hair at the same time, you guys. So it is distinctly a different process. So yes, you should be charging it as an upgrade to your service. And with that, I'm out of here. Just kidding, I'm back. Hey, one more thing that I forgot to add in, you guys. I occasionally will switch up my solutions between encapsulation and hot water extraction. The thing is, these days, the encapsulation solution technology has improved so much that you can literally use encapsulation for, or substituted for your hot water extraction pre-sprays. Excuse me. There are times where I want a super heavy traffic lane cleaner, and hot water extraction really is the only way to go about doing that. But in most scenarios where it's just common living space, without the bunch of traffic areas, your encapsulation solutions work just as good as your hot water extraction. So in many cases I use obviously hot water extraction with my steam cleaning, or I'm sorry, encapsulation with my steam cleaning. So I'll put the encapsulation solution down, groom it with my CRB, and then go back over with the hot water extraction. So I wanted to clear that up so there isn't any confusion as to what I'm actually doing. I'm just substituting the chemical that we're using. As far as the chemistry and physics involved, it's all pretty much the same. And I'm not leaving that crystallizing dust in the carpeting because we're just sucking it all out with the steam cleaning. And in most cases it doesn't even have a chance to dry at that point, so I'm just putting it down and using it because I've got the chemical there in the truck. Why not use it, then carry double supplies that I don't need when a single supply, a couple gallons of stuff will be sufficient to cover pretty much all my bases anyways. So I try to avoid having shelves of duplicate products if I don't need to. I try to combine them down as much as possible.